So one of the unique things about our project is the fact that our production pipeline and our production plan has to be very different from other things, borrowing from games and films at the same time, while being totally unique to Project Hindsight at the same time. This week we are doing our rapid prototyping in something very specific. We are testing whether 3D objects can be put inside a live action scene, and we are also testing interaction with those 3D objects within a live action scene.
So how do we get these to work? There are a bunch of problems, and the way that we've kind of gone about solving them is piecing together different prototypes, solving incremental things. So one of the big problems is we have choices in the game. How do you have one choice affect the different outcomes when you're using static film? The way that we've decided to test it is to have multiple different scenes filmed and try and blend them seamlessly into the experience using computer vision and image processing libraries.
The things that we see in the 360 film are not actually going to be there. For instance, if we see a table in the video, then it's just going to be rendered on a screen, on a curved part of the screen. And so if you want to place objects on top of the table separate from the 360 film itself, which is what we're doing, then it's going to be more of a challenge, because you need to figure out how exactly to place the objects, where exactly to have colliders, to make sure that the objects are sitting where they need to be, and so on and so forth.
Project Hindsight is quite different from another live action VR experience, because in this industry, in the market, the most of the VR experience are OCG or live action. So we're trying to blend 3D interactive object to 2D 360 footage. That sounds pretty hard, because there's a lot of technology challenge, a lot of issues we should fix, we should figure out in the future.
We're trying to film the 360 film and also add a CG object inside so you can interact with. So the most challenging thing will be by just compositing the CG object into the VR space very naturally. That's one very big challenge. In this challenge, there's like a lot of obstacles like distortion, natural lighting, shadows, and adding a CG object in VR 360 film space was almost never happened before.
The first thing that we're doing is trying to find an interaction and how we can mess with that in 3D and a live action experience. And very simple, pick one or the other, and just seeing how it comes out and how we can then input that, relate that to our final product. So hopefully this turns out okay. So our goal and our plan and what we're doing, executing, is prototyping every week. And our efforts are that every single prototype we do is in order to find a solution for our deliverable. And so this week it's about choices. And every week we'll be doing something in order to make our project successful.